me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in no money, what people at you, in no at you. Covid money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste a must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take this print of money, galang and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up in my gutter. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in our fever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or them treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't.
Global TV send another one. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Global TV, I send them home. Yeah, man, this is Michael Buckley. I tell you, say, yo, the Global TV, yeah, man, me represent that 100%. Play the music, Global. Boom shot.
Good morning and welcome to your At a Glance program. This is Global TV. Welcome to those on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook, the Twitch, the X. Good morning. Let me start by saying, I know you're all fed up with my apologies by now, but I want to apologize for not keeping up with my programming and my schedule. But as time goes on, we will get that right. Good morning to Tony British. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Sim Sim. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Debbie Jervis. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Jamaican Foodie. Good morning, and welcome to those who are here. I feel awfully drained, dehydrated, and tired. But nevertheless, I have to be here to at least say good morning to you all. Good morning, Angela. Good morning. Tired though I am. Good morning, Beat and Teach. Welcome. How are you? Like and share the live, please. I have to be here to at least say good morning to you all. But PNP said them ready. JLP said them ready. One said them sure of the 12 of the 14 local government. The others said them going for all of it. Morning, Anthony. Antonio, good morning. Abina, good morning. Good morning. One said them ready, the next said them ready. But my question is Jamaica ready at the local government level to show that we can rise from political apathy, go to the poll, and make our voices heard, exercise our democracy? Good morning, Faith. How are you? I am tired as nothing else. The weather outside is horrible. Horrible weather outside. JLP said they're ready. PNP said they're ready. But are they ready in unity or are they ready in division? Because there's a People's National Party councillor, which is going independent. Beat and Teach, you can help me with this situation in is it Portland, where they have now seemingly unseat the sitting councillor Stephen Williams for the next general election because the JLP has put up a candidate, is it not? But as usual, your reading list is in the description area. There's quite a few articles there of all the different happenings and arguments that you can read from. But I want to ask Mark Golden a question. Is Mark Golden willing to throw his political credibility, future, credibility of the People's National Party and future under the bus, or to be harangued at the election or during the election campaign just for his baseless support for Julian Silvera? I don't think Mark Golden understands that the nation, it is something that the nation is talking about. It is something that the nation find offensive to justice, where we saw in broad daylight a former member of parliament who allegedly murdered his wife turn up at the funeral in glare of the camera. And Mark Golden has been asked repeatedly clarify the position between you, the party, and Silvera. Nothing. Does Mark Golden think that this will not affect him in some way, shape, or form this coming local government election? Because the mood of the JLP, it's like they're not going to. Yes, Mr. Williams was removed from Central Executive meeting on Sunday. I'll get back to that. The mood of both parties over the weekend is that we're ready. But in St. Thomas and in Portland, I don't know who Andrew Holness or the Vases, or which one of the Vases control that side the Beat and Teach. I don't know which one of the Vases, or if it's Andrew Holness who promised that seat to their friend. So therefore they had to remove Councillor Williams, Clyde McKenzie, a school teacher of the prospective, as a prospective candidate for the upcoming general local government election, replacing controversial Councillor Stephen Williams in the Margaret Bay division in West Portland. The decision by the Central Executive, which is the highest decision-making body within the JLP, replace Williams, comes on the heel of the 28-day injunction granted on behalf of the incumbent by the Supreme Court on the 4th of January, which barred the party from hosting any election in that division. So the court gave a 28 days injunction. It's Darrell's area. A 28-day injunction. 28-day pass yet? Well, Holness and his team usually is known for violating constitution, whether it be the constitution of the country or as we see in the Stephen Williams unseating. It's a constitutional, as Hugh Wildman argued in court. It's a constitutional, it's a violation of the JLP constitution. So we know Holness really don't keep to anything. So they're always gonna break the rules to make way for their party. But the seat where you did promise up a Mona, in the Mona division Holness, whoever you did promise the Mona division seat to, it looked like these people walk and promise their friends political seats and opportunity. So they have to remove people who are worthy elected. They have to remove in order to put Mr. Mackenzie, who we don't know why they've removed they're removing Mr. Williams to insert Mr. Mackenzie. Is Mr. Mackenzie a loyalist to the Darrell Vaz? Why they unseat a duly elected councillor, bar him from running for the next JLP local government to put their chosen. I wonder if Clyde Mackenzie is one of Darrell Vaz's puppet. Do you know, Beat and Teach, if Mackenzie may be a puppet of the Vazes? Because this no look like it's what the people of West Portland want. This look like what the JLP executive and the family controller of East and West Portland want in their parish. But I see Dr. Campbell want the government to build a new high school in Westmoreland and name the school after P.J. Patterson. Perspective Power, good morning. All well and good. It's a development in education. But rather than and this is not an attack on P.J. Patterson. Nobody not come attack me because I don't see it like this. But rather than the fancy, airy-fairy of doing things for shining political legacy, which is due. One of the things that I think Dr. Campbell, in this argument surround education, Dr. Campbell should be asking the government rather to invest more in education to make sure our teachers' pay are adequately livable so they can stay in the system and prevent the brain drain we see happening in our education system and the breakdown in our education. But more so, Dr. Campbell, calling for an investment, an urgent investment. This is what you should be calling for, rather than calling for a school to be named after PJ Patterson, in a school to be built and named after the former Prime Minister. It would be more beneficial right now, Dr. Campbell, one, to call for the public sector wages to be sorted with immediate effect. Teachers is given a livable wage. Teachers are given a livable wage so they can survive and stay in the system. But more importantly, what Dr. Campbell should be calling for is an investment in our special needs education. Because the principal of Church's Teachers College in Mandeville, Garth Anderson, he's also asking the government to put more investment in the education system for special needs so all can have access, equal access to education. So these are, rather than calling for a school to be named after a former prime minister, look at a broader scope within the education sector, Dr. Campbell. A broader scope where you look at the training and the retention of teachers in our education system. You look at the discipline in our education system. You look at the support for those with challenges in our education system. These are more pressing issues to really look at the moment, rather than calling for a school in the name of the former prime minister. Nothing is wrong with that, but there are more pressing priorities surrounding education at the moment, more than just building a school in PJ Patterson's name. Like and share the live, please. Like and share the live. That's all we're asking around here, is that you give us a few likes and shares. That's all we're asking. A few likes and share, please. That will help the algorithm. It also help the channel to grow. Give us a few likes and share, please. Thank you very much. So in going forward with this local government election, look at more immediate policies that can support our education system for the long term, rather than a personality broad brush. Novlet, good morning. Rather than a personality broad brush. It's all well and good. You can build a school, name it in PJ Patterson name, but there are more pressing things to invest in our education system at the moment, and that's where Dr. Campbell should be looking at. I don't know if it is me, can't learn, but I'm not hearing. We're weeks away from a local government election. Michelle, good morning. It is in St. Thomas that he's asking, not St. Thomas, in Westmoreland, he's indeed asking for the school to be built in Westmoreland and name it after PJ Patterson. I really don't have a problem with that. I just think Dr. Campbell need to look at more of the pressing needs in education nationally at the moment. One of the major priorities is the access children with challenges have. Morning, Patricia Matthews, good morning. Children with challenges, BAC Summit Youth, good morning. One of the issues children with challenges have in our education system. So, but one of the things is, I don't know if it is being said, them a sit so, or me not see it, or me not hear it. But given that we're approaching local government election, or should be approaching local government election in the next few weeks, because both parties said them ready. Can you all type in and tell me here if you're hearing any policies coming from the People's National Party? I know the Labour or the JLP are telling us a lot of lies of how much they have done and what they're going to do and why they did not get the chance to do what they should have done. But policy-wise, I'm not hearing much coming from the People's National Party, even though we're weeks away from local government election. But there's a particular councillor that I'm going to be looking at later on in my Drive Time program, and that's the name that a lot of you may be familiar with, and that is candidate Odin Richards. A lot of you would have heard the name Odin Richards and his association, his ownership of the Premier Kitchen and Premier Gentleman. Mr. Richards will be, hold on there. Mr. Richards will be going up for the, let me tell you the division, please. For the Lawrence Tavern division, but I will post his flyers on my page, and I will talk about him later on. But the People's National Party, thank you, Beat and Teach, but me can't read this now. When me done, me have a proper look at it. So this would be the unseating of Stephen, is it not? Let me see. Yes. I'll hold on. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was just looking at something, sorry. But I am not hearing much policy-wise. When you said 22 degree, I think you're talking in Fahrenheit. You have to tell me, in London, we use Celsius. So in London now, let me tell you what it is in London. I'll get back to my Mark Golden and his policy. In London, outside, it's 3-4 Celsius. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but in London, we use Celsius. I know in New York, you all still use what? Imperial? And we use message. Elga, good morning. Good morning. Egla, sorry. But Mark Golden, back to Mark Golden. Head teacher K, good morning. Good morning. Back to Mark Golden. and what we should be hearing from Mark Golden policy-wise for this upcoming local government election. Are you hearing anything policy-wise from Mark Golden? Because I'm not hearing anything policy-wise, even though they're saying they're ready. They have some discrepancy in the Westmoreland area. Thank you. They have some discrepancies in the Westmoreland area because one of Golden's counselor seemed to be going private. So this is why I'm asking, is the People's National Party ready in unity, or are they ready in division? Dr. Campbell is saying their poll suggests that they're leading in 12 of the 14 municipalities, or whatever the word is, tie up my tongue. But Dr. Campbell is claiming that they're leading in 12 of the 14. But is the party united, Dr. Campbell, to take on a crooked PR machine, a corrupt government with a lot of leftover money from all of the foreign donation from COVID and others, to buy vote at the 9th hour, to overrun the polls at the 9th hour like he did in his competition against Audley Shaw for the president of the Jamaica Labour Party? Is the People's National Party ready for that machine? Good morning and welcome to Global Television. Hello? Hello? Hello, good morning. Is the Jamaica Labour Party, my phone is freezing, what is going on here? Is the People's National Party ready for a PR machine? A PR machine backed by a liar and a trickster with the financial power to buy the votes he needs at the appointed time in the dead of night. He did the same thing. He did the same thing in his election against Audley Shaw, where he overrun the ballot at the appointed time. The Prime Minister was accused just a few months ago of paying busloads of people, chucking in them to stadium to props up his popularity, to look like there's a lot of mileage left in the Andrew Holness regime. Is the PNP ready and united to go up against that? Is the People's National Party PR machine ready for local government election? Does the People's National Party have the spending power to go against the JLP crooked onslaught, possibly in the next few weeks? We are ready, but ready how? Are you ready on the ground? Are you ready for the PR warfare? What is your policy for young people, Mark Golden, and your local government apparatus? What are the policies around young people? What are the policies for the economy? What are the healthcare policies? What are the education policies? What are the public work policies? What are the policies, Mark Golden, that we will look to see under People's National Party led local government? We're just not hearing it. Maybe it's been said. I'm not looking in the comment. Let me see what I say here. Maybe it's been said. Good morning, Lorna. Good morning. When building a school in PJ Patchett's name is not a point away to rob more money. Because at Pony, I don't think that contract, like Cornwall Regional Hospital, I don't think that contract to build that school will ever come to an end. So it may be an introduction to money laundering under the People's National Party, possibly. But this is all more why we ought to keep these people under the scope. But I am not hearing anything policy-wise from Mark Golden. Okay, let's say Mark Golden is holding back at the moment on his manifesto policies. 1 second, please. Let's say Mark Golden is holding back on his manifesto policies for a central government election, for a national election. Let's say he's holding back on his policies because we know say Andrew thief in a dark and in a light. So maybe there's a logic to holding back at the moment on your manifesto policies for central government election. It's kind of sensible, especially when you're dealing with a thief and a copycat who will want to steal your policies and run with them to outshine you, to say, them they talk about this, but look, we put it in a practice because we have Jamaica in focus and we are working to rebuild Jamaica. So it is sensible to do that to a point. Why it isn't sensible for Mark Golden at the moment? It is not sensible for Mark Golden because in the parliament, Mark Golden is outrun. He's powerless in the parliament, other than making a lot of noise and causing a lot of disruption. He can do that. Legislatively, Mark Golden is powerless in the parliament. So therefore, Mark Golden ought to be out there gathering sticks to make sure his base on the ground is strong. The base on the ground is educated about all the corruptions and nepotism and whatever lacking of this government. Backed by that, when doing that, Mark Golden is to be able to articulate policies to say that this is how a People's National Party-led government will tackle this problem. This is how much a People's National Party-led government would invest in education. This is what we would, this is the pay package that the People's National Party-led government would want to look at giving our public sectors. Okay, Mark Golden, you're not saying that at the moment. What about your team of local government aspirants? What are they planning to do about public services within their division? The water, the light, the internet, the road, education, healthcare, or primary healthcare. What are your local government policies? Even if you're holding back on your central government policies at the moment, like and share the live, please. Don't be so mean with your finger. It's only a push of a button. Like and share the live. It's if you're holding back on your central government policies, what are your local government policies? Because we need to hear them. It is what Mount Golden will change what is called swing voters' mind. Those who are sitting on the political fence, who fed up a Andrew, but now feel you, Mount Golden. It is your policy and your campaign strategy that will win over those people. It is your policy and your campaign strategy that will build the base, build back the base of the People's National Party. You are ready? We heard that. What are the policies, though? What are the policies that we must look forward to under a golden-led local government? Under a golden-led local government, under a golden-led local government, what are the policies? What are the environmental policies? What are the policies for education and health care? It is important. It is important that your argument, Mount Golden, is backed up by policy. People want to hear what the People's National Party is going to do for them. Good morning, Winston. Good morning. This is the problem, Simpson, is the blind personality politics. I call it the hereditary politics. It's the blind hereditary politics where your voting allegiance goes along the family line and nothing to do what is in front of you currently. The issues for the current generation and future. It is not policies that matters to us, to our people. When we go to the poll, what matters is we make sure the politician that we love, the politician that my grandparents love, the politician that my parents love, that's the politician that we must return to rather be central government or local government at the election. Even though that politician might be there for decades. For example, in my neck of the woods, in Black River and the Mountainside division of St. Elizabeth, Derek Sangster, when I was growing up in the 80s under the Eddie Thiaga-led government, Derek Sangster was a member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth. Now, 40 years on, Derek Sangster is the mayor for Black River and the councillor for the Mountainside Division. I think that's how it is. 40 years in politics and nothing. But almost certain it is possible that Derek Sangster might return to local government come this election, but has not done anything for 40 odd years, but has been in politics in Southwest St. Elizabeth for 40 odd years and has done absolutely nothing. I'm glad you point out tourism in your argument here, Sim, because as the Andrew Holness, I don't know if it's an election ploy or if it's a promise to fool. Because don't forget that when Delano Steve Wright, when the government and the police was mashing up down, what you call it the other day, was mashing up down White River, they raft them down White River. They cited violence and all sorts. We heard in a private conversation where Delano said, we have to remove take away the community tourism from them people there because them just make money and them not do anything with it. Now, Andrew Holness and Edmund Bartlett is talking about investing and make sure local towns and community build back the linkage in the whole tourism industry. So, mash it up because poor people and the community people did have control of it. So make we mash it up and rebuild it where we have the control over it. And even if them are earn, we earn from them while them are earn. Because the structure where we mash up, are them one day earn. So when we fix it the way how we want to fix it, we go and tax them, we go and charge them because we know say, if we don't have access to a beach then if the government are going rolled out a level tourism to build back towns and communities, then something in a hit for the government. Or is this a sleeping promise to say to the people who Andrew Holness will be asking to return his team of local government councillors to the municipalities? Why he is using tourism to say we are going to make sure tourism venture into the towns and the communities. We don't want the tourism sector. We don't want the tourism sector to be only limited to all-inclusive resorts. So we are going to make sure the tourism ventures into our towns and communities. But is this, Mr. Holness, a strategy to give young people and community people a eat out of the tourism dollar? Or is it just a mere promise that after local government you will not deliver on? Because you're way behind on a lot of promises you made from 2016 and in 2022. In 2020 rather, sorry. You're way behind on a lot of promises. So is this another promise to garner more support at the local government level? Because you promised with road, you promised with $40 billion worth of road. And you just walk and spend out. When you notice that this man is a thief, there's a lot of surplus money, a lot of taxpayers' money in the National Housing Trust. Is it a wonder why Prime Minister Andrew Holness took portfolio of a department were full of poor people money that poor people paid into that system. Mr. the spruce up the no, Mr. the new spruce up the corner project. Me have it on my list. Yeah, Mr. the spruce up the corner bull crap. That's literally bull crap. It's just high end road work, beat and teach, is it not? Hmm? Is spruce up the corner not high end road work? Tell me beat and teach, because maybe sometime me a fool. But me just feel say spruce up the corner is high end road work. But let's get back to National Housing Trust. The Prime Minister took portfolio. Everton Jarrett, good morning. The Prime Minister took portfolio of an office with a whole heap of money to swindle around. And rather than using that fairly across the country, the Prime Minister used it for his own political props up and his political credibility, and to spruce him up in the areas where he woefully lacked and failed. Because those National Housing Trust money were wholeness a run round with and I talk about social housing. I know some Michael Manley did intend for the money to spend on the wholeness. You hand over 180 so far. You promise contributors of the National Housing Trust 200 of the homes. 200 of the homes. How much to date, Mr. Wholeness? How much to date, contributors of the National Housing Trust, how much homes have you signed over to contributors of the National Housing Trust? We're not talking about the one or few people where you will pick out in a communities where you want to spruce up your voting. Then you look for some vulnerable people and you go build a house with taxpayers' money to garner your support within that entire community. Good morning, Douglas Allen. Good morning. To garner your political support within that whole community when you go put them sharp edge, verandaless house there. Is the Prime Minister using the taxpayers' money, but as always, to cover his political disgrace? Is the Prime Minister laundering or embezzling or misappropriating the funds, taxpayers' funds, held in the National Housing Trust, which is overrun with money? Because the people who contributed to National Housing Trust can barely get them money. If them even do, them can't even buy a plot of land. They can't even manage to buy one of those properties that these corrupt developers, that Wholeness Award contract to, using the National Housing Trust money. I hope a bangarang going in Jamaica, you know? A whole heap of money, a whole heap of spare money. A whole heap of spare money. Every time nobody come over here with a war. This is not a PMP corner. Because if you notice over here, Golden get him fair, regular lashing. We're not too one-sided. If you come over here for war over personality, I beg you to go to Jerry Springer. Over here says politics and policies. Over here says policies, my friend. It's not personalities. Golden get him battering you, so Andrew get him battering you, so because Golden a murderer supporter and Andrew Holness is a corrupt thief and friends of criminal. It's just the truth. It's no personality thing or one-sided thing over here, my friend. We beat whoever need to be battered. I saw it go. I'm not loyal to politics or politicians. I am loyal to Jamaica, the country. I am loyal to Pan-Africanism. And I'm loyal to the rebuilding of Black pride. So take the political airy-fairy out of it, my friend. This is why we're in the dire strait that we've been in since the so-called independent that apparently really never happened. So focus on that and not on the personality of the cuckooism that we've been handed as a political system that has done nothing for our country for however long it has been in place. So you nearly make water choke me. But enough of you on the defense of your Prime Minister. Spruce up the corner. High-end road work. Spruce up the corner. High-end road work just for political gimmickry. Just for political gimmickry and to fool poor people. My question is to poor people, because rather them a target uno with GoFundMe, or them a target uno with a set of lies for buy uno vote, and after them buy uno vote, them buy uno silence. After them buy uno vote, them buy uno silence. Is spruce up the corner, high-end road work. Because Mr. the government, all of a sudden, now that local government election, me should have it somewhere now, but me not have it in front of me. So, but never mind. The government is on a spruce up the corner drive. And in my view, simply, there's nothing to talk about or celebrate. Beat and teach whatever you know about spruce up the thing. The article is in the chat, in the description group anyway. You can all read it for yourself. But my normal screenshot on that is not in front of me. But simple put, spruce up the thing is high-end road work. Flash like a paint, yes, so do this. Spruce up the corner is high-end road work. Just, I want some people out in the corners that's being spruced up. If you tell me how much pot of chicken back and rice put on. How much chicken back and rice I go put on in the communities now? How much dance politicians and MPs and councillors? How many cook out a shop side, the popular shop will support a particular political party, and now the tap and cook them and tap and buy a buckle, couple buckle of rum, junk the people them, full them belly, put them to sleep, and then you move on with the future of their generation on a vote that you only got on the plate and through the battle. Isn't it time for us to walk away? Isn't it time for us to walk away from the rice and chicken back politics? From the rum and Pepsi politics? Isn't it about time that when politicians come on our corner, politicians we have not seen for 4 years, when politicians come on our corner in the next few weeks to start their cookout and to start spend at this popular shop where you can come drink drunk, nyam curry chicken back, and weeble white rice, full on a belly, junk on them, putting it to sleep, walk away with your vote. All you've been left with is a tip of red finger. Will we change the tip of red finger nonsense in Jamaica and look at meaningful policies when we vote in our election? As Natalia is saying, maybe this time around, you will be having curry donkey and weevil white rice. This is where, at a glance, brings it to an end this morning. But if you're going to the poll, if you will be going to the poll when the next local government election is called, don't just think of the rice and chicken back, the rum and Pepsi. Don't think about the 13,000 or the 25,000 that either political party will be paying you for your vote. But think about what it is that they're coming to us with to develop our country. What it is that they're coming to us with that can protect future generation going forward. Ask your question and ask your local government aspirants, what are your policies for my community and the entire municipality? Good afternoon. This was At a Glance. Thank you for being with us. Thank you to those on TikTok, to those on the Twitch, on the X, on Facebook, on YouTube. Overcomer, good morning, good morning. Welcome to see you here. You're always on Facebook, Overcomer. Thank you, but welcome. Thank you all for being here this afternoon, UK time. Thank you for being here this morning, Eastern time, whether you are in Jamaica or in the North American woods. Good afternoon, good morning, and thank you for being here. And we hope to see you this evening at DRIVETIME London, Lunchtime Global. But vote wisely. Do not vote hereditary. Vote on policy. Good morning and good afternoon.